The Biskinik of Choctaw folklore told the people of the good news across the land.
We continue our tradition
of spreading faith, family, and culture.
Chata afihaya tikba mahayaka, iwakaya cha, anopa achukmaho, ilishtafama.
As our Choctaw people move into the future,
we rise and meet them with the good news.
This is Biskinik.
Before modern houses, or choka, we built homes for three basic reasons: shelter, protection, and to store food for the tribe. Over the years, homes have evolved to meet the needs of the people and their families. Today, we're going back in time to learn about Choctaw Chief LaFleur's home, to talk about the history of our ancestors and what home means today.
My name is Valerie Powell, and I'm the Senior Director of the Homeowners Services. In my position, I oversee and support the staff that run our rehab programs, our home loan programs, and our lease purchase programs. The Voucher Program really started about 2017, and it came from an idea from basically from the council and the chief, assistant chief, and SEOs really wanting to reach more individuals. We had a waiting list of over 300, and we needed to really get that waiting list down. So we came up with a program that we were able to do that. So really what's been successful about the program is, like I've mentioned, going from a waiting list that is so large, over 300, to not having a waiting list at all. We're able to at least touch each individual home and get them some help now. And then we'll work with them, continuing to work with them in the future to get all of those repairs that they need done. One interesting fact about the program is that we actually do after-action surveys with each homeowner. Typically, they're all 5s that the staff get, because we want to rate us, how we've done, how the contractor did, and how it impacted your life. And they are always so grateful and thankful for what they've gotten. This program is so important because we are truly helping this individual repair things on their home that they otherwise would just be living with. They would just live with their roof leaking and then continue to deteriorate their walls, their electric, their flooring. We're able to come in and fix these things, and it changes the way they look at their own lives. It just, when you have a more secure, sturdy home, it just makes you feel so much better. And they tend to feel better about their home, take care of their home, and then it just passes on to generation after generation to say, look, this is what's available to us. We're not in hopeless situations anymore. We have this available to us.
Choctaw Chief LaFleur served as district chief in the 1830s and 40s. His cabin was built in 1834 under contract with the United States as a stipulation in the Treaty of Dancing Rabbit Creek. His cabin was made from hewn logs, which are more durable and resistant to rot. Hewn logs were used to build cabins in southeastern Oklahoma until the first decade of the 1900s. Log homes still have a natural appeal as they combine nostalgia, skilled craftsmanship, and natural materials that connect the home more to the earth.
It started out, of course, Delton telling us about it, telling us what we needed to do. We called down there, and I believe it was Brandy that I talked to begin with, and she told us everything that we needed to do. She sent us an application. We filled out the application, got it back to her, and checked on it regularly to make sure that, we were on the list. And they worked with us perfectly on that through the whole process. Brandy came, done an interview here, and then we got the contractor and got the work started.
I think it's their willingness to help, and you don't have to feel bad about it or anything, because, they're very willing and very helpful, and that's the thing about the nation, that I love the most. Proud to be a Choctaw that way.
The Choctaw Nation has been wonderful helping us with things that we need to get done, from the storm shelter that began the whole program when we first got there. The Choctaws put in our Choctaw Nation put in our storm shelter, and then they came back and they took the trees out, which, my gosh, that was a safety issue for us. Number one, the safety issue in the bathroom, the Choctaw Nation did all of that for us. Everything that we've got done, the Choctaw Nation has been there to help us, and it's been an easy step every step of the way, because somebody has been there to help us fill out the paperwork or get the paperwork done and turn around and get it turned back to us. So it's the Choctaws have been awesome for us.
Yeah.
Your house is your biggest investment. You don't want it falling down, so everything you can do to make it livable and comfortable and a happy home, and that's what we set out to do. And it's worked very well. You know, the program was awesome to help us get stuff done that we thought we would never get done.
Traditional chokers were made using vertical posts, mud clay, and 4 posts to support the roof. There were winter and summer homes which were constructed to meet the survival needs of the season. Beds lined the inner walls. The only light was a small fire flickering in the middle of the hut. Family members would gather inside laughing and talking in Choctaw, something very similar that can still be seen today during food gatherings.
I went down to the housing office there in Hugo, and the lady gave me an application. I filled it out, and within 20 minutes they told me I would qualify for it, and so thus here we are. The program is very beneficial to me because my electric bill has been running between $300 and $400, and that is very hard on a fixed income, and so therefore I'm going to be thrilled. Can't wait to see what my next electric bill will be like. The windows were old, and you know, the wood or the paper, whatever they built this with, had started to crumble and letting air come in, and so not only was air coming in, but the heat or the air was escaping. Maintaining a home is a big expense, and when you live on a fixed income, having a nation to support you in a way, to be a supporter when you don't have, and they're there to help you in a time of need. It's a big deal. A lot of people don't have that. Well, because a lot of people in this area, they're on a fixed income. The cost of living here is, minimum wage is, people, it's hard to live on that. And with Choctaw Nation being here and helping its people the way that they do, it makes life better.
Fort Townsend was an area that our people went along the Trail of Tears. Upon their arrival, many stayed in the Fort Townsend area. A thriving population grew in the town of Dokesville, which traded along the road and the river, bringing even further growth. During the Civil War, Fort Townsend served as the headquarters for Confederate forces operating in Indian Territory. The Choctaw Constitution moved the capital to Dokesville in 1850 as it served as the political and economic hub of the Choctaw Nation.
My husband and I were married in 1971, and that same year we applied for the Choctaw Nation housing for a home, and we were approved right away. I couldn't believe in our first year of marriage. He was 17 and I was 19, and we had our own home being built right here in Push County, and we were so excited. As far as the Voucher Program, they were completely cooperative in every way. It was really good to deal with them, and the money was paid really quickly, and it was really easy. In fact, I really want to apply next month to get the rest of my house done. The lovely thing about it was that they did give us a list, but they told us we could choose anyone we wanted to, and which was wonderful because we wanted to use my son's services, and they said that's fine. They said that's fine, and they said you can do the work if you want to, or you can use anyone you want to. You don't have to use our our contractors, but you can use who you want to.
It's a neat opportunity to get to watch my mom, who's lived here for almost 50 years, be able to get new stuff and to get new cabinets and to get new floor covering and to be a part of that and to see that she is happy with that and that she's likes to invite people over to show off her remodeled house and so that's always it's rewarding. There's a lot of enjoyment in that for me. Over the years, just listening to my mom go, I wished I could do this and I wished I could do that. I'd like to take out this wall. I'd like to put this in. And now to be able to see her do that and then be able to perform that for her.
It paid for all the cabinets. It paid for all the painting, all the sheetrock that needed to be done, light fixtures, windows, this floor covering that's in here. And we got doors in the hallways. Without the voucher program, I don't know what I would do with the bedrooms and the bathroom because we don't have the income for that. And I think that's part of the reason we were approved for this part of the house is because of our income. And living in southeastern Oklahoma, we love it here. We just love it here and wouldn't want to live anywhere else. And the Choctaw Nation has provided an awful lot of things for us, ways for us to actually be here and stay here and do the things that we want to do and live where we want to live. I think it's been a big help and a big benefit to us, and we don't want to live anywhere else. We love southeastern Oklahoma.
There's a lot of poverty. There's a lot of things that, not a lot of economic or financial incentives for people to be here, but the voucher program gives people who may not have the money to redo their home, it gives them the opportunity. It's a program designed as the nation grows, as the nation prospers. This is being handed down for tribal members to be able to do the things they want to do in their home.
Home has always been our family, no matter the structure. Our ancestors moved around a lot, adapting to new situations for survival. As we continue to grow and adapt, our definition of home will continue to stand the test of time. That's it for this episode of Biskinik. Hashimiti Pan Inchipisa Chiki.